Folks, I want to introduce myself. For those of you who don't know, my name is Ted Corcoran. I'm honored to be the CEO, President of the Chamber of Commerce. My full name is Theodore Paul Corcoran. And when I was about 6 years old, I asked my mother, Theodore is named after my father, I asked my mother, what is the significance of the middle name Paul? And she said to me, at some time in your life, you will find somebody who's very important in your life. And since I was a child of the 60s, I thought, oh my gosh, maybe I'll meet Paul McCartney. But it was not until 21 years ago, when I started this really cool gig here at the Chamber of Commerce, that I had the pleasure and realized why my middle name was Paul, because it was in honor of Paul Singleton. Which is true. I called my mother just the other day, and I said, was it Paul Singleton? She said, yes! I've waited 66 years to tell you that. It was in honor of Paul Singleton. That is why we named you that in August of 1959. So today we're going to honor our good friend Paul Singleton. We're so honored for the folks that are here today for his 2000th Chamber event, roughly 50 years, 40 events per year, which is absolutely amazing. And of course, as you know, on this past Sunday was his 93rd birthday. So to start off an amazing event such as this, you need cake. We need cake. That's what we need, cake. Ryan, we need cake, right? We need cake. So it's interesting. So the desserts, we have this really cool. We had a chance to see the cake. Many of you signed the card on the way in, which was very delightful. Thank you for that. So we have the cake with Paul's face on it. We also have banana pudding, which many of you know. Mayor Stein, you know this. It's his favorite dessert. Banana pudding. So we're bringing the cake up now. I do want to advise everyone that we have secured the rights for the official happy birthday song, so you don't have to worry about it. We have secured the rights to that. And we are going to sing said happy birthday. And I'd like to, if we could, to when at the that part where you say the person's name, I'd like it to be to Paul Singleton, so we kind of added out happy birthday to you. So, Mr. Singleton, my friend, will you be kind enough to blow out the candles, and we will sing the official birthday song. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Paul Singleton. Happy birthday to you. It says on there the legend of Paul Singleton. Legend Paul Singleton. So what will happen, just so you all know, Seth and Dana and Rochelle and everyone, they're going to bring it in the back, we're going to cut the cake, and then they'll come around and they'll offer you the choice of the birthday cake or the banana pudding. Please eat some of it since we paid for it. Right? Really, even though I'm on a diet or this, don't do that. Just eat it for the symbolicness of basking in the joy of Paul Singleton. So speaking of joy of Paul Singleton, I'm going to ask our two recent ambassadors. Oh, hi there, how are you? Paul Singleton's right there. Something? Does anyone know who this is?
Yes.
Oh, she's sanctioned? Yes. Checking. We had a sign a paparazzi thing with him. The People magazine was good. Ladies Home Journal was good, but he was concerned about a couple of the other publications. So, if she's sanctioned here, and we went again, I'd be remiss if I didn't thank my good friend Jackie Blue for allowing us to have the facility here at Home 2 Suites. It was fantastic. So thank you very much, Jackie Blue. So I'm going to ask now Janie Renierson and Carrie Painter to come up. These are our two past ambassador chairs. Ambassador chairs, they will help in the presentation of the special Paul Singleton regalia that I think is appropriate for his birthday. So I'm going to ask now, Paul, if you'd be so kind, if you will come over here to the official chair from the chamber.
There you go.
Hey, we've got something that'll cover that. Let us give you a minute.
So we're going to start off,
Already have that.
as is appropriate. He may have to stand again. As is appropriate when it's your birthday and your 2000 celebration. And each of you will receive the same item when you celebrate your 2000. In this case, of course, the green cape. Very important to have the green cape. So we're happy for that. Very good. Very nice. You can fly with that later, as a matter of fact. Speaking of later, we're on a half an hour time frame at 3:45. Some of us, maybe most of you, will be going across the way to the Grow With Us Learning Academy. So he's got the cape. Let's see what else we have that he needs. He probably needs this.
Oops, not the sock.
Got that? He needs this, which is very appropriate. Yes.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's parquet. No, it's butter. For those who remember that commercial. We have these that I don't think we want to put on them, but these are the Paul Singleton socks. The Paul Singleton socks. So we'll just have those for later. His face on there. There's something, however,
His face.
you know, it's interesting because we wanted to give Paul, for this big anniversary, we wanted to give you a gold watch, like a Rolex, right? But we're a nonprofit and we decided not to do that. However, we thought this would be very appropriate. So Janie, if you'll be kind enough to bring this over to him. This is incredibly important to have. Could you stand, sir? Could you stand so everyone could see? So now he is ready for the event. So thank you, Janie and Carrie. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, I forgot. Yes, and we have the infamous scepter for when he's walking around there. There we go. Thank you for that. So we'll have that. It's kind of like Moses with his sheath there.
Thank you.
All right then. So thank you, Carrie and Janie, for your help. Paul, you may regain your seat there appropriately. I thought it'd be interesting for those of you who maybe do not know Paul. I would read. This is true. This is from a story we wrote about Paul from Kelly Murphy Red, the official storyteller at that time of the Great Falls Chamber of Commerce. Sit back down. Where are you going? Hey, you're supposed to be in the chair over there.
Wrong seat.
Carrie, drag him back up there. Yes, you were in the chair of honor, sir. I actually thought about washing your feet and putting those socks on, like Jesus, but thought that might be too much. So I just thought I'd share. This is true. This is just, for those of you who maybe not know the history of Paul, this is from the article that came out in June of 2022. Paul was raised in North Carolina, one of 6 children. His father was the chief of police. And at 7 years old, Paul's father caught him lying and put him in jail. This lesson has a lasting effect on Paul. True story. He worked shifts at a local paper mill. He enrolled in East Carolina University, and he met his Ann George in 1955. They were married. 1955, he married his wife Ann. He joined the Air Force ROTC at East Carolina University. He graduated with a distinguished military graduate and was commissioned as a second lieutenant in 1958. Those are decades of the 50s for some of those people who are not aware of that. He served in the Air Force as a special ops officer. He was a staff navigator for the 6315 Combat Operations Group in Okinawa from 1962 to 1966. He taught ROTC at the University of Southwestern Louisiana from 60. And feel free to shout out at any time. Just even if you have no identifiable thing with that college or school, just do it anyway. Did you go there?
Yes.
Really? Yes. Did you know Paul when he was there in 1966 to 69?
Yes.
The legacy. Paul was chief of the aircrew training at Hurlburt from 1970 to 1976. 1976 being the first year he attended a chamber event. And he had taught at the United States Air Force War College in Montgomery, Alabama from 76 to 81. Came back to Hurlburt from 81 to 84 and served in Grenada, a lieutenant colonel with 32 years of service. Paul retired from the Air Force, but, as we know, not from active volunteer life. Dave, how's the cake? Is it all right? Is it good? How's it? Bob, good with the banana pudding? You haven't tried it? You're not talking. You can have some. We have water in the back. We have Culligan, the official bottled water of the Greater Falls Chamber of Commerce. You'd like to have some? Matt, will you bring out some water for people? All right, just for the sake, because that's why you're going like, oh, I can have some water. It's Culligan, the official water of the Greater Falls Chamber of Commerce. So here's some of the organizations that Paul has participated in his service. The United Way. He was a president of the Guidance Clinic, which is now called Bridgeway. He was named the Mental Health Volunteer of the Year. He served on the American Heart Association. He's a deacon of the First Presbyterian Church. He's a West Florida Community Care Center in Milton. He was on the YMCA board for 20 years. As we all know, he's been a Kiwanian for a very, again, yes. Is there only one left in the membership room? Is that it? Will you people join the Kiwanians so you too can wear the orange vest once a month? Let me say that again. Maybe there's more on the other side. So he was named Kiwani of the Year in 1977 and 1993. I guess you are the only one here, Ruth. Maybe they would have come. And of course, as we all know here, the ambassador for the Chamber of Commerce officially started in 1984. And then, there you go. Terribly lame. You weren't even applauding yet, Jerry. And then 1990, well, I know you didn't have to be here then. You were identifying, just like Tricia was identifying the cool school that she went to, but she didn't have to go with it. Way too late. Donna, way too late. And then if you're not aware, in 1990, Paul started working at the Okaloosa Clerk of Courts, and then went on from there. I do want to advise, and that's what we have. That's just kind of an overview of that. So I think it's interesting with the Clerk of Courts. We are so honored today to have with us Judge Irwin Fleet. And I think it's very important to bring him up first because he's the only person in the room older than Paul Singleton. At 98 years old. So Judge Fleet, you come up and take this microphone and say good things about this fine young man. By the way, if you're not aware, Judge Fleet, his father was the original Captain Billy. Judge Fleet was Captain Billy 14, if I'm not mistaken, and has done everything in this community from the Elks to starting Temple Beth Shalom, and his street's named after him, and he's just really a nice man, too. And he was the chair of the Chamber of Commerce in 1964. 66. Thank you for that, sir. So we're very honored again, my friends. If you've never had a chance to meet this great man, the one and only Judge Irwin Fleet.
Paul and I go back many, many years. Back when I was an active circuit judge, and Paul worked in the office of the Clerk of Courts. We frequently worked together, and it was always a pleasure to work with Paul because he was courteous, he was on time, and that's very important, and he was very knowledgeable. It was a privilege to work with him, and it's a real privilege and an honor to be here today and pay respects to Paul. Best wishes to you, Paul, and God bless you.
Photo op. All right, then. Thank you, Judge Fleet. Very kind. I forgot one thing. I want to ask the life directors of the chamber to come up right now. I have Kathy Houchins is here, Lisa Jo Spencer, Bruce Marshall are here. Life director is a chamber member who has been a chair of the board, has served the chamber for a minimum of 10 years, and has done great things for our community. They are designated as a life director. In this case, Kathy Houchins, Lisa Jo Spencer, and Bruce Marshall, who just got done cutting his lawn. Gene, I was wondering if Gene was here. So we're indeed honored. So I'm going to I've asked Kathy and the life directors to present Paul with a special name tag and to say cool things.
Cool things. Thanks, Ted. And you guys think of anything else you want to add when we're done. But the main thing is hover around him, we're told.
Around him.
And I want to tell you guys, You all follow directions so well. When he said to extend the Singleton, this entire room rose to the occasion. It was awesome, didn't they? All right, Paul, we as life directors are so proud to present. You didn't get the gold watch, but you're gonna get the gold.
It's got a gold clock. That's
I
better
know,
than
that's better than a gold watch. You got the gold clock, but he's also gonna get the gold name tag. Check it out. And it says Fort Walton Beach Chamber of Commerce, Paul Singleton, 2,000 plus chamber events and counting. Congratulations, Paul. No, we're gonna put it on you right there. You get to stand, sit right where you are.
I felt like he really needed a new name tag because his white name tag was yellow. But we're really proud to have you as an ambassador for all these years.
Well, I just have to say, I've lost my voice. But Paul is one of the most wonderful men. He has been such an influence on my life, both as a military officer and as an attorney working at the courthouse. He was wonderful at the clerk of courts. And then, of course, serving with him in the chamber is just amazing. You're just a mentor to all of us. We love you, and we're so proud of you.
I think most of us only come to the First Friday coffees and chamber events so we can see Paul and shake his hand, and because it gives us all the thought that we too have the potential to live to be 93 and keep coming to chamber events, you know. So Paul gives us that motivation, and we really appreciate it. He's always there, and he always has a smile on his face, and I don't think he forgets anybody's name. So there's a lot of good aspects, and congratulations, Paul, on being 93 and 2,000 plus chamber events, and we hope we continue to see you at all of them. Thanks for being here.
Well done. Can we get a photo? Well, will you take a picture of them around there? Thank you. So there again, those are our life directors, something for you to strive for. If you're a chamber member, you too can become a life director. And we have 12 of them, right? 12 in the 80 years of the Chamber of Commerce. I'm honored to have these four as my good friends, and they have served the community so well. So thank you, Kathy Houchins, Bruce Marshall, Lisa Joe Spencer, and Jean Reed for coming up and helping out.
I couldn't find a parking spot.
Could not find a parking spot. And you don't trust the rest of the group, so you brought your purse up here so they wouldn't take it, I see. So I want to share with you, we have a couple folks coming up here in just a second, but Alexis Tibbetts, our good friend Alexis Tibbetts, former superintendent of schools, et cetera, could not be here. From Alexis Tibbetts, Paul. Happy birthday, Paul, and what a joy it has been to know you for over half of these 93 years. You have accomplished many things in your career in both the military and civilian workforce and demonstrated great dedication to this community as a volunteer. My late husband called this trait staying power, and in your case, that demonstrates the long love and marriage you had with Ann and your significant impact in United Way, YMCA, Bridgeway, and American Heart Association. These are just a few of the organizations I was blessed to work by your side and observe your heart for others and learn staying power. You have been a role model for all of us, and I thank you and pray for you continued health and God blessings. I'm sorry I can't be there with you today. Congratulations and hugs, Alexis Tibbetts. So Alexis sends her note there, my friend, which is very cool. It was interesting when we were gathering. I want to thank Kathy McKinney for help us gather some of these photos of Paul throughout the years here that we have. And I had the pleasure of visiting Paul one time. We went over to his house, and I had kind of looking through his archives. And at his house, he didn't allow us to bring it here today, there's this carved wood slab that he has behind glass. And I'll just read it to you. It says this. It's an invitation. Paul Singleton, you are cordially invited to my 16th birthday party, February 12th. Sincerely, Abraham Lincoln. So, that is why he would not bring that to us today. So I have, there's a couple things, all of you, as I look around the table, if you're not aware, Paul swims every other day at the Bernie Aquatic Center. Any representatives from there today from the Bernie Aquatic Center? Yes, okay, they are. I heard them. Then he also works out every other day at Planet Fitness, which is very cool. He goes to the hospital every morning for a coffee and newspaper, which is very good. And this is one I thought was really cool. Once a month, he goes to the Old Timers Supper Club. And I'm honored that your personal chauffeur who drives you there is here with us today, the one and only General Fran Hendricks. Would you please come up and talk about this?
Thank you, Ted. Yes, that's one night a month that I steal him from Kathy. I look here, oh, look at this sea of green. I kid Paul about the 2,000, and it's over 2,000 now, ribbon cuttings. I kid him about being the Cal Ripken Jr., the Lou Gehrig of ribbon cutting. No one will ever touch this mark. But Paul says he hopes that somebody will try. And the reason is because, think about this, 2,000 ribbon cuttings. That's 2,000 grand openings, reopenings, remodels. There's people today who talk about the American dream is not there. I'll tell you, 2,000 times Paul sat with a pair of scissors and the American dream was vivid in our community here. That's what this young man here, my good friend, does in this community. And it's an inspiration to us all. I think it's fitting that this photo's up here behind us. I'm going to take you all back to October 25th, 1983. There was a military coup in Grenada. We had medical students there, and we launched Operation Urgent Fury. Paul, a fire control officer on a Spectre C-130 gunship, they were elsewhere in the world and got diverted to Grenada to assist. When they were on their way back, they arrived on station at night. They were given intel that if they saw lights going on the island toward this one end, that it was probably the insurgents, the military, moving on the governor. And they were to stop them. On the gunship, there are 4 positions that have to release the guns. It starts with the pilot, who controls the gun, and it goes through the crew. Paul was one of those positions, the fire control officer. So, pilot said, release the guns. The other 2 in front of him said, release. It got to Lieutenant Colonel Singleton, and he said, no. Now, an aircraft, the pilot, who was much junior to Lieutenant Colonel Singleton at the time, is God. Whatever the aircraft commander says, but he would not release the gun, so they couldn't fire. I'm sure there was a few comments made over the intercom back and forth about releasing the blankety-blank guns, all this kind of stuff. I'll deal with this when we get on the ground. We're talking about cowardice in the face of the enemy. We're talking court-martial. We're talking all things. Colonel Singleton did not budge, did not release the guns. Because on his headset, as they were doing their rotation, they could hear comms go in and out, in and out. And he would not release the guns. They were low on fuel. They landed. They never fired. Aircraft commander was upset, told him about when they got on the ground. Then it became aware at some point after they landed. Again, they were to go to the island of Grenada, but in the Caribbean, there's many islands. They happened to be over a different island than Grenada. Can you imagine what would have happened if this individual here, character, integrity, sitting among all of us, just went along with everybody else? But he knew because of his training something was off, and he wouldn't release the guns. And that's why that picture up there is so important, Paul. 1983, October 25. Yep. This is my good friend. On behalf of all of us, Paul, thank you for being our friend.
Well done, my friend. Well done, well done. Well done, General. Well done, Paul Singleton. All right, then. Speaking of well done, we've invited a whole bunch of folks. There's a lot of dignitaries out there today. But I want to bring up now the Deputy District Director for Congressman Jimmy Petronas, my good friend right here, Kyle Blanchard, to... What's in the box, Kyle? What's in the box?
We'll have to find out. Well, to answer the question, on behalf of Congressman Petronas, we wanted to give Mr. Singleton here a congressional record. This is a long list of accomplishments and everything that he has done for this community. 32 years in the military, just absolutely amazing. 2,000 events. I don't know that I've ever done anything 2,000 times in my life. Very impressive. I want to point out, too, just the amazing community that you built around you, sir. The general who has come to speak on your behalf, the circuit judge who has come to speak on your behalf, the Chamber's own stand-up comedian, Ted Corcoran. Just wonderful, sir. So I'm here to give this to you. I want to say thank you for everything, and Congressman Petronis really appreciates it, sir. Thank you all.
All right. Well done, Kyle. Thank you for that. Thank you, Congressman Jimmy Petronis. That looked nice on the wall. When we were asking Paul what he wanted, for the celebration, he said, please, 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 no more plaques. But a congressional record, that's not a plaque. That's just cool. So we're very honored for that. I see lots of folks out there. Is there anyone who made a note today that would like to speak, that anyone would like to come up here and say anything of any relevance? If not, all right. Then if not, hey, Dan's here from WAR. Good to see you over there. How do I look? All right? Do you think this will be on the TV right here, you and I chatting back and forth? Do you think you and I chatting back and forth might make it on the TV?
I would absolutely love to, but I can't guarantee you.
All right. Well, let's do this then. Let's do this. Let me get this guy here to get here, and you videotape and you take the picture. My friends, let me now introduce the man of the hour, the one and only Paul Singleton. The mic is yours, my friend. The mic is yours.
Hey. Hey, the first thing I will say is thanks for being my friends. And the other thing I will say, even though I may be honored for numbers I may have accumulated, I would be remiss if I didn't say, hey, if we're going to have a viable, growing community, then we need people that have vision with the guts to either run for office or come up with something that the community needs, whether it be a non-profit or a profit organization. And I know earlier on, when I was in the clerk's office, I remembered some of the judges, when people would not pay a fine or could not or whatever, they issued community service court ordered. So I consider what I do community service that's not court ordered. And the only thing I will say, just remember when I do that, we at one time as ambassadors had to turn in numbers there at the event and how many hours we spent so that we could show what the chamber was giving back to the community. And so that's what I feel I'm doing, is helping our community to grow, but just like the visionaries that know and see what we need in our community to prosper and to grow. And not only the businessmen, they put their own sweat, tears, and whatever in there, and also their money. And also the nonprofits don't get paid, but they see what our community has to do to grow and prosper. And I'm glad that I'm a part of that. And thank you for letting me do community service, but thank God it's not court ordered.
The one and only Paul Singleton, everyone! Yes, sir! Celebrating 2000 Chamber, 93 years on this earth. We have 3 minutes right here. I want to take one photo, and then Paul's going to go outside. He's going to get on the golf cart. We're going to cross the parking lot there to the Grow with Us Learning Academy for what ultimately would have been his 2000th ribbon cutting, but I think it's about his 2010th or something right now. So what I want to do, though, we made a decision. that Paul said, I wouldn't mind having my picture taken with a lot of really cool people in the room. So I'm going to ask, we're going to move the thing there, and if you are a woman, he would identify you as being a cool person. So if there's any women that could come up and let me take one good photo, it's like Hugh Hefner. Look at him as like Hugh. So come on up, Janie and Carrie and Trisha and Ivana and Donna and Kathy, all the women close by here, come up and take a picture with this guy, will you? And then we're going to wrap it up. We're going to go across the way to Grow with Us Learning Academy. Slicker around. Just get it back there. Grow, you got the photo. Jared, you got the photo. Hey, Pam. All right. There we go, there we go, there we go.
All the ladies in the house.
This is Paul Singleton's dream, baby. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Yeah, we get in the back, huh?
Hey, why don't you sit in the chair? Sit in the chair. And then sort of around.
Let's go in the back.
All right.
I'm going in the back.
Bundle in there if you can, my friends. Get in there, get in front somewhere. Go get that picture. Hold on. No chair. All right, my friends. Here we go. On behalf of Paul Singleton, his dreams have been achieved. Photo for Get the Coast, photo for WAR, for the Chamber. Thanks again for everyone for coming today. Don't forget, we're going across the way. Grow with Us Learning Academy. You got that, Danielle? WAR, we got it good. Jerry, you good? All right, my friends, Paul Singleton, everybody.